Don't spend your hard-earned cash on an AirPods Max until you watch this video. You see, I was one of the first few that bought the AirPods Max when it first came out, and after 3 years, I have a lot of thoughts about it. So I want to help you with your buying decision. You see, over the 3 years that I have had these AirPods Max, I have actually replaced them 3 times. And what you see here is actually an AirPods Max that has each part been replaced. So technically, this is a brand new AirPods Max. If you're like me and you like to keep your headphones by putting it on a stand, you'll encounter major problems over the long run. The constant tension on the netting will cause it to loosen over time. The headband actually pushes down directly into your scalp and makes it very uncomfortable. Because the netting is so loose, it doesn't support as well as it used to when you first bought it. Secondly, when you constantly take on and off the AirPods on the stand, this causes wear and tear on the seams where the netting connects with the headband. This causes the netting to tear. And when it first happened to me, I took it to Apple. They said that it was not normal circumstances, even though I would think that putting it on the stand to keep it overnight and taking it off is part of daily normal usage. But they disagreed, and so they charged me to replace the headband. But that's not where the problem stopped. Now let's talk about connectivity. After the whole ordeal with the headband, I thought to myself, okay, if that's the only problem I have, fine. I love the sound of the AirPods Max, so I'm gonna continue using it. But not long after, the second problem emerged. The AirPods Max suddenly intermittently failed to connect to my devices or couldn't turn on at all. But as time grew longer, these problems worsened. And finally, after a few months, the AirPods just didn't work anymore. Now, this was the second time that I went to the Apple store, and luckily this time, they decided to replace the internals of the headphones for me for free. And after a week, when I finally got it back, everything was okay. And I fell in love with my AirPods Max again. But after 3 months, the issues came back again. The same ones that I had before. And I took it back to Apple. They said, okay, if that didn't work, we are just going to replace the metal housing with all the internals inside. And now, well, I'm safe to say that the AirPods Max are working perfectly, better than they have ever before. But this took at least 3 years to finally get to this state. But what's worse is that the headband issue is still prevalent. It has loosened so much that it hurts to wear it out. But those are the major few issues I've had. One of the minor issues I've had is these ear cups. I paid over $100 just to replace these 2 ear cups because the one that I originally had became very flattened and didn't cushion the ears as much anymore, which gave me a lot of fatigue. But that also happens to a lot of other headphones, so I don't really fault Apple for that. But the fact that this costs $100 just to replace is a lot more money than the other alternatives. But let me summarize the reasons why you should buy it and why you should avoid it. I think you should avoid it if you're concerned about its price or its reliability. From my experience, its reliability has been nothing short of frustrating. Look, I don't know whether or not it's because mine was the first batch, but I hope that the future batches don't have these problems. But also consider this, the AirPods is almost 3 years old. The new AirPods Max version 2 are said to be around the corner very soon. If the AirPods version 2 fixes all the issues I've had, then maybe we'll have another conversation. But as it looks right now through the leaks, it doesn't look like they're changing much. But here are the reasons why you should buy it. If you're in the market to get a pair of great sounding wireless headphones with a sleek design, best-in-class noise cancelling, and transparency, or if you're heavily invested already in the Apple ecosystem, then these headphones are for you. Do I regret buying them? No. Do I like using them? Yes. But do I still use them? Not as much as I use my AirPods Pro. So at the end of the day, should you go out and buy these headphones now? No, of course not.